Firewood yard. It's a split fire 4413 day. I'm gonna cut some of these big bad boys down. Some big rounds of birch here. We're gonna rip them because they're pretty big. Even though I got a log lift, I'm still gonna rip them because they'll be easier to handle. And then we got a bunch of wood here. So this morning I have probably about an hour and a half before I have to go work. And I want to take advantage of the nice cool weather because it's only about, it might be 60 degrees right now. Beautiful morning. So I'm going to rip some of these big bad boys down and we're going to split them on the split fire because I only got it for about another week and it's going back. They gave it to me for a couple months and I haven't used it that much because I've been so busy, I've been gone so much, and I want to do another video with it. So today's the day. This machine's going to be at a couple different shows, so I have to get it done now. So time to get splitting and cutting. So there she is, the 4413 split fire. I think this is their top of the line machine. I went through all of the specifications on the last video I did. So if you're interested, go check out that video. It was probably 3 weeks ago now. It's got the Honda engine. It splits both directions. Comes with the 4-way wedge, and there's also a single wedge right here, which pops off super easy. It's got the log lift, and yeah, it's just a great little machine. I really like it. For those of you that want to get an upgrade to their machine that they've got now, this would be a good choice because the cost on this is a lot less than some of the comparable models from other companies. And it's kind of an in-betweener, I would have to say. It's like a prosumer model. A lot of their stuff, way better than a box store splitter. So if you want something more powerful, something that's more of an upgrade, made in North America, Canada, and not made in China, like a lot of the other ones, the box store ones. And plenty powerful, plenty fast, all the features that you would want. You can customize these. They've got lots of different models, so go check out splitfire.com. They've got everything on there. And I'm gonna get cutting. need to watch your hands. So yeah, cutting both directions is pretty darn efficient. I like it. With two guys, I think you could fly with this thing, because one guy could be clearing and setting, the other guy just ram the ram back and forth and roll logs. And yeah, you do want the log lift, no question about it, because you got to have a place to put your stuff. Otherwise, you got stuff falling. You saw a couple of pieces fall. There was nowhere to go with them, and there were some big ones. And this is not great splitting wood. Some of you think birch is fantastic. I don't really like it. The bark obviously doesn't split like regular bark. It tends to be like a permanent wrapper on it, so you got to kind of cut through that. So you're fighting all this stuff all the time, and it can be kind of a stringy wood, and this stuff was stringy, and there was a lot of knots in this too because it was a yard tree. And we got a bucket done. That went pretty quick. Gonna go dump this back there right now into a bin. So there it is, a split fire 4413. I really like it a lot. I really like the splitting both directions, and with two guys I think this thing would just fly. Unfortunately, I never had anybody here to help me because I'm here in the morning and everybody else is at work during the day, and this machine has to go back. It's going to a show, so I think it's going to be going up to the logging show. It might even be going to Paul Bunyan show, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a really nice machine. There's only two little things I would change. I like the fact you can change the wedge out really fast. I like the back and forth both ways. The log lift is awesome. The trailer and kit, it's got the lights and everything, the wedge storage back here, the Honda engine. I mean, there's so many good things to talk about. I hate to even mention a bad thing, but this is one thing. Right here, if you see this little nick on this hose, I had a piece of wood that came back here, stuck in the wedge, and it hit this hose right here. I saw it, so I let up right away, but it kind of slid up and over. And that could be an issue over time, so this might be something that has to be moved slightly. And then the other thing is you've got these hoses hanging here for the log lift, and if you get a piece that falls off right here, it can catch these hoses right here. And obviously, you don't want that weight bouncing on there, so these might have to be somehow stored up in a way that they'll be out of the way. But those two little issues is the only two things that I saw, which not major. Little things. I'm very lucky that people trust me to get to use their equipment. Hopefully for you guys, I try to be brutally honest, good, bad, ugly, all the things like that. Show you what I like about them, give a good demonstration for you guys. There's a lot of companies now reaching out to me wanting me to try their products, and I'm going to try as many of them as I can. Split fire specifically, I've talked to the guys at Boonville, and they told me they've got some tractor attachments possibly I might be able to get to use. They've also got some other splitters that I might be able to use, and something new that might be coming out real soon. So that's kind of exciting. I'm really looking forward to working with all the different companies and showing their products. And so I hope you guys all get to see this stuff and make good decisions when it comes to purchasing your equipment that you're going to get. Try not to just be a salesperson for any one company. I think everybody makes great stuff, but there are companies reaching out to me that want to work with me, and I'm happy to try anything out, but I will be honest. So if there's a company that wants to hide something or doesn't want me to talk about it, I'm probably not going to work with them. I'm just going to. The rule is that I'm going to show it. I'm going to tell you guys what I think about it, and whether that's good, bad, or ugly, I'm going to show it. That's really the only way I can build your trust, is to not just be a salesperson for one particular brand and be a cheerleader, because I think everybody makes great stuff. One machine might not be good for you. Another company might be better for you just because of service or location or dealerships, or you want to stick close to home, that kind of thing. Everybody makes really good stuff now. It's very competitive in most industries, especially the firewood industry, with equipment. Everybody's making little tweaks to make their machines a little better, a little faster, a little more ergonomic, trying to keep the price points down. The big problem is a lot of people want to add more and more and more things on. Every time you add something, you pay for it, whether it's speed, power, or features. This machine is priced right in between Actually, the whole line is priced right in between box store splitters, the cheapies from China, the Spico type brands, which are basically all the same, and the pro models from a lot of the other companies. These guys are positioned very nicely. So if you want a really good machine, it's affordable price, check them out. Splitfire. This machine's gonna be going to a show pretty soon, probably the Bunyan show it'll be at. So if you want to see it there, I'll be there. My brother Ken will be there. I think Tony's going. All kinds of fun people will be at the show. So looking forward to seeing you there. Tomorrow morning we got something very exciting coming. I'm heading north. We're going to the woods. Logger Jason is on a job right now. My brother Ken is there, and Jim is there, Iffy Kid. They're cutting right now, and hopefully tomorrow I'm going to get some big trees going down. They saved some big oaks, I guess, big 40 inchers we're going to be cutting. So I'm going up there tomorrow morning and spending the day up there, so that'll be pretty cool. So I'll see you tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. Good night, Irene.